What's up? This is WILSHOCKER with more Final Fantasy XIV. Gonna be playing all of the quests and all of the lore. All of the quests and all of the lore. Now, last time I left off in the middle of a quest here, so let's get to work. Let's get to work. I wish this game wasn't such a... I wish people were happy with it. But people aren't happy with it, and they have good reasons not to be happy. That's sad. I'm sure they can make it better. I'm sure they can listen to their players and come up with some reasonable compromises. Now this, I don't think was intentional. Maybe it was. Don't waste your time, mate. The bloody compass done broke on me. I'll not be fishing this day, nor the next more than like. Here you go, buddy. Here's your magnetite. Magnetite? Danielle asked that of you, did he? So Dad's to fix up the old compass and put back out to sea, is he? Catch a nice haul of fat fish, huh? I've a vessel what's seaworthy and scarce big enough for me alone. I've no crew, no hands to help with the haul. All bloody day at sea, busting yarns gets me a few gill at best. God's days ain't what they were. Time was you could scarce count the ships what used to make berth here. There weren't no empty coin purses stomaching all the bazaar. Small ships ain't got no place at sea no more. Everywhere I go, I'm in the shadow or wake of some monstrous trawler or senior. The old ways are done. We little fishermen done lost their way. Ain't no fisherman no more, nor much of a father, I suppose. Just a broken man with a broken compass and broken dreams. Jeez. You alright, man? Can I get you some therapy? Appreciate you what you did, friend, bringing me the magnetite. Gave it some more thought I did, putting back out to sea and all. But even with the compass fixed, still ain't got any lucky copper lures. Was waylaid by some goblin muggers weeks past just northeast of here. Thieving bastards made off with all my lures, dozens all told. Unless you felled some earth sprites to get them that add magnetite chunks, am I right? If so, I reckon you could put down a few goblins to bring back my lures. Suppose I could give you with just 2 of them. A couple of copper ones should serve for now. Yep, for putting a broken life back together. Great. I like that the game is easy and accessible, but I don't like that healers are useless now. I think if you're playing a healer, you should be able to feel like you're doing something important. And I mean, I don't know. Because these healers these days definitely don't feel like they're doing anything important. Adelard. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy cleaning the sand clogs from these hammers? Gods, I'd kill for a few bottles of goblin grease right now. Here you go, goblin grease. Just what you asked for. Talafono must have sent you. Thank the gods for both of you. Before long, these tracks will be covered with the estates of Uldan Elite. But the ground is still too loose to build upon. The hammers are pounding to make a solid foundation. Once that's done, then you'll see the structures start to rise. The building was planned to stretch even farther, to the heart of the Silver Bazaar even, but it seems the power that be are being met with some local resistance. I hear some last name Kikipu holds the rights to the bulk of the land there. The whole bulk of the land there. Stubborn to a fault, that one. A bloody thorn in the side. Okay. Maybe after this I'll go to WoW or something, I don't know. Kinda depressing to think about that though. I don't like WoW. Not for any particular reason, I just don't generally like it. It ain't an easy task, but I'm asking all the same, friend. 2 copper lures to get me back out to sea and put Daniel's heart at ease. Here's your lures. I'll be damned. Me old copper lures. Never thought I'd see these buttes again. Bloody elves and goblins sure started banging them up. Ain't gonna be catching no fish with these. Well, that's that. Must be Nala himself telling me to give up on the sea legs. Might as there's a new life waiting out there somewheres. Maybe me compass will lead me to it. Born and bred here I was, ain't never called no place else home. Times are changing now, suppose I could sell me off me land to them bloody buzzard prospectors and see what else is out there for me. Gosh, man, thick. find out what I need. Need both. Not strength. Intelligence. Whoa. Those goddamn tollers, who do they think they are? I paid good coin to... Ah, you there. You're one of those task-seeking adventurer types, are you not? Some wares I ordered from an old-on merchant arrived, but those bloody worthless haulers just dropped them out of the gate and left. Ain't obliged to bring them no further, the lazy bastard said. Gate to the bazaar is still the bazaar. Order ain't said nothing about no home delivery. The gall. There are 3 pieces in all. Would you be so good as to bring them to me? Sure, but let me get out of Thaumaturge and go into where's my gladiator? It's terrible, Will, simply terrible. Please, you must help us. You've already done so much for us, I know, but we're in grave danger. Those fiends have drawn up a fake contract of sale and are trying to use it to drive us from the bazaar. Do you smell that, Kikipu? That is the smell of inevitability. You knew this day would come. You simply chose to fill the interim with resistance rather than acceptance. Brave but foolish. Back for more, Kendrick. How many times must I say it before it seeps into that thick skull of yours? I'll die before I see one elm of this land fall into your hands. Easily arranged, I assure you. Come, Kikipu, listen to reason. You know who we are. You know our deeds. You've no hope in this. Look at this miserable place, a stain on the map. You resist now, but I swear I will lay waste to these shabby tents and broken buildings. And when I'm finished, I guarantee you will thank me for it. You stupid, foolish man. You couldn't be more wrong. We may no longer boast the visitors or guild of days past, but this is home to me and many more. Our memories are here, years worth of them, decades. We sweated together when we dug this well. We laughed and drank together in every festival, and mourned together with each life the desert took from us. That is the Silver Bazaar. That is home. Those memories are what make this place, and I swear to the 12 above I'll feed you and whatever masters you serve your own manhood before I let you destroy it. Jeez. Stubborn girl. No matter. The sale is all but concluded. Look about you. Writs of seizure have already been posted. And I'd not think of taking them down were I you. End this futile fight, Kikipu. There are far more of us that if you are truly willing to die for this place, we're more than willing to oblige you. Jeez. Please, the writs of seizure, you must tear them down and chase Kendrick from here once and for all. Jeez. I have to kill the Lolafo? I don't want to kill the Lolafo. I suppose it makes no difference whether I play World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14. And I'm sure there's plenty to do in World of Warcraft that I haven't done yet. So maybe I'll revisit that. I know plenty of people who have played both. No home delivery. That's funny. I thought you might be along. Pity you're too late. The demolitionists are already on their way. Every building bearing a writ of seizure will be rubble within the hour. Here you go. The writs! What have you done? My men. No, that's impossible. The day may be yours, but I will be back soon, and with far more fearsome company. You've made an enemy for life, you fool. I won't be content simply to see the bazaar struck from the maps. No, I will not rest until its name is wiped from every history book in Eorzea. Jeez. Calm down, bro. So Kendrick is gone for now, is he? That's certainly the brightest news we've had in a while, though I can't help but wonder about the more fearsome company he threatens to bring. I've never had a way with words, bloody paltry things, but we would like to thank you, Will. You've not just saved the Silver Bazaar, you've saved me, you've saved who I am. I see now that I'll have to maintain constant vigilance to keep my home from harm, but it's a vigil I welcome. I'll stand up to any threat that comes through that gate, and we will stand with you. What do you... Saw what you did for us, have a Will here chase off Kendrick and all. It's true, there ain't much here worth fighting for, but it's home, goddammit, and I for one ain't ready to give up on it just yet. Aye, this is home. Even if there's nothing left but sand and cracked stone, then I say we build something, right here, together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And most of all, thank you, Will. There are no more fine garments of gold spun and brocade here. No more bustling port with ships full of cargo and fish. But the better days live on in our hearts. We are the Silver Bazaar, and it is us. And it is us. Our memories, our past, our history, that is what makes this place. So long as we remain, so too does hope. You taught us what it is to defend the home we love, and from now on we'll do no less for ourselves than you've done for us. I have a final favor to ask you. This letter, I wonder if you would deliver it to Mormodi when you next visit Ul'dah. She and I have been friends for a great many years. Let her read my words, and she'll be able to give you the reward I cannot. Let's see. Kipu. Gods, these fettered not have damaged my bags. Well, have you found them yet? Here are your bags, friend. Let's see. Yes, yes, and yes. Excellent. Everything is accounted for. These bags contain garments from sun-silk tapestries, though each is flawed in some way. In Ul'dah, even a minor misthread is enough to force it to turn the most luxurious gown into fodder for the furnaces. Not here, though. So long as the garments bear a famous name, the souls of the Silver Bazaar have no qualms with quality. Times used to be better. We were never driven to such lows. But Gil is harder to come by now, and more so with each passing day. All that's left of this bazaar are overly proud souls with underly developed tastes. Everyone clings to the glories of the golden past, yet none make efforts to reshape the dismal present. I pray this damnable bazaar someday sinks beneath the sands that strangle it. The sooner the better. Wait, what? I thought you just said like a minute ago that you didn't want, like, that you wanted to save the bazaar. Whatever, man. Whatever. back to Ulda, that's all. Wow. I guess that side story was kind of interesting. Not bad. Very cool. Do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Oh, beg pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not so small fortune in prizes, one ably won by yours truly in the gold saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer? Nay? Ye gods, man, you might at least try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment. Thrilled to the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at the triple triad tables. And at the gold saucer, one can do all this and more. And if you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. It's a better place to shake off one's cares about a grueling day of promenading. I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how, in Thal's good name, you can experience the wonders of the golden saucer firsthand. Am I right or am I right? I thought as much. Well, this has been my lucky day. Since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for the revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me or should our paths cross at the triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an ounce. It's okay. It's okay, too. Okay. So how are you taking to Ulda, Will? Eh? How do I know your name? Information is my stock and trade, Venturer. You'd be amazed by what I know. As long as you're here, maybe you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Do. Tell me what brings you here, friends. Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours, huh? Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friends? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I suppose I'll make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Thanalan. Alright. Do you have business with Platinum Mirage this evening? A missive from Wyman. Alright, let's have a look. Bird is barren. Let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed its finances to be wanting. Many adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to feed a man for himself, I'm afraid. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilists Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There's no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? A decision that you'll not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various wars throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of the barehanded bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in the gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. Okay. Master Pugilist Cornelia. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but God's never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. Master Hamon is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the blood sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Past time you got your eyes back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Huh? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. Okay. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for it in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yard! Nice. Tutu, tutu, tutu. Ugh. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. You give me a chance to catch my breath. Well, where was I? Alright, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go to the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yeah. Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons, and then let me know when you're ready to begin. Okay. Pugilist unlocked. Look at every bit of pugilist, son. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against a vermin in the land. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the horror I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Right on. Right on. Hey, I saw you. I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. You know the dilda? Short, broke, never pays what he owes. Yeah, that bleeding war son. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12 I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like a second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up pouncing him into a bloody pulp like as not. So you go and tell him. Do 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 do. Gods be good, Gilta's goon. Alright, I'll give you back every gil I owe, I swear it. But no more beatings, I beg you. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. Ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mom's wedding ring. God rest his soul. Look, she'll understand. Show it to Momane over at Osori, and you'll get your coin. Amateurs. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Arsnath Asuri? Gaudy ring. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Didilada. Very well, it is most unfortunate when drastic measures must be taken. And doubly so when the item in question is a fake, and such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, this is a rather unusual circumstance. We shall waive the fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. Arzaneth Osiri is a sacred structure where mortals may seek the favor of Thal, arbiter of the afterlife. For in death we must all abide by Thal's final evaluation of our existence. Those deemed to have led lives of richer virtue are rewarded with greater comfort for their eternal souls. I urge you to consider making a donation and enhancing your virtue, thus ensuring a golden paradise for your time in the realm beyond. Greetings, traveler. I am Yair Roku, priest of the Order of Nadal. What brings you to these hallowed halls? This Nadal. Nadal, known as the Traders, also known as the Traders, is the arbiter of the afterlife and commerce. He is the single manifestation of the twins Nald and Thal. Each oversees a separate but significant aspect of existence. Nald oversees the financial fortunes of the living, whereas Thal weighs the worth of the departed. Our order is devoted to the worship of the traders. Here we share our wisdom with the faithful and teach them means to attain virtue in this life so they may find peace in the next. What do you do here? Like the traders, the Order of Nathal is possessed of two aspects. Milvaneth Sacrarium is the Temple of Nald, and Arzaneth Osiri is the Temple of Thal. Here at the Osiri, we receive those who seek to secure their place at Thal's side. The virtuous are interred in Erilig's burial chamber to ensure their safe passage into the realm of the dead. Men measure virtue in many ways, but Thal's scales weigh wealth most favorably. If you worry that you are yet wanting, you may make a donation at any time. Sheesh. Talk about a wall of text and one NPC. And then the Thaumaturge's Guild is just hanging out back here. Welcome back, Will. You seem to have done well. Both eyes intact, face appears unshredded. Truly is the most terrible feeling to have one's casting interrupted by heinous injury. It's one of the easier trials, if you ask me. Keep well away from pointy, slashy, bashy things if you want to reach the end of an arcane utterance. That's just common sense. Fortune favors the fighter who flings fire from afar. I simply love the look of loathing leveled at me by the distant duelists, distressed by my deadly downpour. We thaumaturges excel at offense, but fail miserably at defense. Our most effective strategy is to topple our adversaries with overwhelming force before they have a chance to respond. See ya! Honor is for knights and dead mages. Your studies appear to be progressing nicely. It won't be long before you dominate the battlefield as an avatar of sorcerous destruction. So it's true, Buki. Don't try to hide from me, Byogo, or Yubani, or Bazi, or Boha. Kokobus, what are you doing here? Oh no, drama between the doors. You promised you would teach me next. Well, yes, of course we did, Boosie, but Will here was most insistent. And once again you brushed me aside in the hope that I abandoned my heart's desire. Why do you deny me? I hate you, all of you. Please, Boosie, you shouldn't say such hurtful things. You know how delicate Baigo is. That was Kogobusi, our youngest brother. He so dearly wishes to become a thaumaturge like the rest of us, but it simply is impossible. The poor boy's etheric levels are pitifully low. We thought we had convinced him to accept fate's cruel quirks when he entered the Alchemist's Guild, but he yearns to walk the path of thaumaturgy. Such is Kokobusi's determination that he spends all his waking moments experimenting with alchemical concoctions, seeking a method by which he can expand his capacity for arcane manipulation. Well, this is obviously not your concern. Back to the abyss with you, young thaumaturge, and I mean that in the most encouraging manner possible. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Do I need any of this? Take the gold. Alright, thank you.